what the 2020 NBA season will look like after coronavirus. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to NBA Loop. We are reportedly months away from the next NBA game. Adam Silver initially stated that the league would shut down for 30 days, but the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced its recommendation that for the next 8 weeks, any in-person events consisting of 50 or more people should be canceled or postponed. So what are the best options for the NBA when it returns after the coronavirus pandemic? Should the owners push to go straight to the playoffs? Should the league adopt the Elam landing? Cancel the rest of the season? Let's discuss this. Best case scenario, season resumes and all games are a go. Let's say we flatten the curve and the coronavirus runs its course in a month or so, and the moratorium on gatherings and travel gets lifted. The NBA could, in theory, play the final 18 games of the regular season, perhaps in accelerated form with more back-to-backs. Start the playoffs in June and finish by the end of July, and perhaps the regular season games are played without fans, but large gatherings are okay by playoff time. The competition may not start great as teams will have to shake off the rust and deal with a hectic schedule, but I would enjoy playoff basketball in July. What it means for the Raptors: they'd be healthy, have a month to get back into shape, and be ready to defend their title in the postseason. Likelihood of happening? 1%. I hate to admit this, but I feel like I just wrote a paragraph of speculative fiction. Worst case scenario, season is canceled. If the coronavirus persists, and every St. Patty's Day crowd, every big spring break party, every large church gathering gets canceled due to this pandemic, and folks, I'm seeing way too many of all of those.
The NBA is suspending the season.
Then it's going to be a long time before the teams will be allowed to gather and play, even in empty arenas. Remember that between the two teams, traveling parties, officials, scorekeepers, TV, radio, media, security, arena ops, etc., you're looking at over 250 people just to play a game. What it means for the Raptors: this would, in a word, suck. This is the most fun Raptors team ever. I don't want to believe that they played their last game, and they deserve the chance to defend their title. If they miss out on the opportunity for a postseason run, it would break my heart. Likelihood of happening? 50%. No one wants this, but I don't think the league or the world is going to have a choice. We'll settle for this scenario: truncated season and playoffs. If we can contain the coronavirus by June, the NBA could play a truncated regular season, say 8 games, or maybe even as little as 4 games, all against the division to minimize travel, and jump into playoffs, perhaps with the first and second round being best of 5. This gives teams a little time to warm up, maybe gives the final playoff seedings a little drama, and wraps everything up in about 2 months. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. What it means for the Raptors: given the fragility of the Raptors this year, anything truncated probably wouldn't work out so well for them, but this scenario at least gives them the opportunity to defend the title. Likelihood of happening? 40%. If the NBA comes back, I believe this is the most likely scenario. Perhaps not exactly like described above, but some shortened finish to the season to wrap it up, and still have time for off-season activities and a not too late start to 2020-21. This could be trouble scenario. Playoffs only. The NBA could skip the end of the regular season, finalize seeds based on the current standings, and jump right into a full playoff. Or again, perhaps a best of 5 round one. I think this would be terrible because the actual first round games themselves would be terrible as teams get back into shape. Who wants to watch basketball that looks like the preseason and the playoffs? And given the demands of the playoffs on bodies that aren't in shape, injuries would be through the roof. Although, rust combined with a short round one could lead to some fun upsets. What it means for the Raptors? Hate to say it, but this can mean a first round exit for the Rusty Raps team, especially if they're playing a Nets team that might have Kyrie Irving and or Kevin Durant in uniform. Likelihood of happening? 30%. I don't think the NBA wants to skip the regular season, but the playoffs are the most important thing, and timing might force their hands. Oh, this can be fun scenario: play-in tournament for 7 to 8 seeds. This is the old Bill Simmons idea, where the 7 to 15 seeds play a series of the play-in games to determine who gets the final playoff seeds. I like the idea because there are some races still happening. The Pelicans would certainly love to have this chance, and I bet Bradley Beal and Damian Lillard would too. And hello Golden State with a healthy Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. This would be fun to see, but still leaves the problem of teams not having much warm-up time. Could there be a couple of exhibition games to start? But that feels like wasting time on meaningless games when time is at a premium. And are the top 6 seeds just sitting idle while these teams play this out? What it means for the Raptors: it would determine their first round opponent, and again, if we're looking at a Nets with KD and Kyrie scenario, I'm guessing the Nets win this play-in, get the 7 seed, and become a huge handful for Toronto. Likelihood of happening? 10%. I don't think it's off the table, but I think it might go a little too far outside what the NBA wants. Although, maybe a reduced scenario where the 7-10 seeds play a 3-game round robin happen to see who gets the seeds would work. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.